All right, folks, it's Gregory here from Fizz Designs and SEO, Glasgow, Scotland. In this video today, we're going to be discussing how to set up your IMAP email and also get access to your Webmail email. They're two different things. They're the same email, but it's two different ways of how we go about getting logged in. We're going to first and foremost discuss getting it set up on your desktop computer or laptop. Tablet and smartphone is also available. And of course, the webmail option, all you need for getting into the webmail is really a device that gets you onto the internet that has a browser. And any browser will do. Doesn't matter if it's a Chrome browser, Internet Explorer, or if it's Mozilla Firefox is another one. As long as you've got internet access, you can put in the details and get access to your emails online. Okay, so just give us a wee second and we will log in and get started. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to take you to this URL, this page here on our website. This is where all the information, the setup emails, the instructions, if you want to call it that will help you get access, get set up, and really any of the information that I'm going to pump into the actual email program right now, it's going to be all on this page. Up here at the top, again in the green box, it's just a really visual, interesting, quick and easy box to say, if you want to go to your STACKMAIL, click this link and you will get to here. That's where your STACKMAIL will be. So that's clicking that link. Further to that, scrolling down the page, all the details are here. There is a lot of video tutorials and things already on there, but what you'll find is now that this here one has been created, it's going to be in there the next time you go in. And again, just further more information for you to use, and hopefully this makes sense and it'll just give you a visual on what really you have to do with this information here from top to bottom. All right, so let's get started. We're going to get set up first and foremost on the actual Mac mail. Okay, now we use Mac in the office here. All the computers, all the designers, apart from Tom, actually, they're all on Mac. Tom uses Linux, which is a kind of different. I think it's like an Android version of a computer. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but I just know he's had it for years and it works well for him. Windows, of course, is the other very popular one. What I would say is if you're going to be doing email, what you want to make sure is that you've got access to an email program. Now, on Windows, which I'm assuming a lot of you out there will be doing, Windows users need to have something like Microsoft Office Outlook. Okay, that's a very popular one. Microsoft Office Outlook. Okay, that's probably the key one I would be telling you to go and use if you're on a Windows. It's got lots of features like what you're seeing here on the left hand side, with all the folders. Folders is a key thing for me because with each one of these emails that you get from Fizz Designs, you're basically getting a mailbox that is a big storage box. It stores all your emails in and out. And of course, then it stores any folders that you want to create. And that allows you just to access and put stuff into alphabetical order if you want, or in which I'm about to show you in a wee minute or two, you'll see that I've kind of broken it down into lots of different sections, categories. Whatever way your business works, you can just make the folders suit yourself. So let's get started straight into it. This is Mac Mail. Okay, so all of these kind of mailboxes up the left, you can kind of ignore them, to be honest, because they're just all the ones I have running at the minute. What we want to do is we want to go here to accounts. All right, and we want to, let's remove this one out, put this back in, and I'll show you. We want to go to add other account. Now it's the same, doesn't matter what you're on, doesn't matter actually what device you're on, if it's a smartphone or a tablet, if it's a laptop or if it's a desktop, you're going to be asked to make a new mail account and you want to go add other account. It's none of these, it's none of the iCloud or the Google or anything like that. It's not connected to them in any way whatsoever. It's a private server, so you want to be going to add other account. Press the wrong one. So when you go to add other account, it'll ask you to put a name in. So for now, we'll put in Gregory. And we'll put in email, example at fizz.scot. Password. Okay, and next, let's sign in. Now this is very common. It comes up with the red line of text basically saying that it can't get access. So what it's trying to do now is ask you, can you please put the information in physically for us? And again, if you roll with me here, this is exactly what's going on here on the right hand side. That's all this information. This is what we're wanting to do. We're transfer this across in. So for example, the IMAP incoming mail, you could actually just go copy and then go over here and click paste. And then you could come over here and click SMTP. I'll just copy that one. And that's the outgoing details. Okay. Once that's done, what I would do as well is I would take a copy of the email address and paste it in there. Not pack it in there, paste it. Maybe we are packing it, who knows. Put it in there anyway, even though that says automatic in the background. I like just to have every one of the fields filled in. Now click sign in. Okay, that's us set up. It's that easy, really. It is that easy. Listen, with a Mac, you can click notes off. It's not essential. Keep that one ticked. But I generally just click both of them. All right. Now that is it set up. Okay. Let me just go to here. Click the other window, and this just keeps it nice and clean and clear, so you can see what's going on. Now in here again, we can copy stuff over from the other browser actually, because we still got it. For example, this here, this is what it should look like. This would be the name. And the description is basically what you want it to look like up the left here or up the left here. So you can see I've called my Fizz Gregory at. That's so I know that that's my personal one. There's accounts, and that's for whenever Wendy or whoever's dealing with the bookkeeping, the accountant, they've got access to this one. With this one, we've got Hello at. That's my Hello at, general kind of business one. Of course, we've got Tom at and Brian at, but they've got them all set up in their own individual computers. So if you've got any staff, for example, maybe you want to have an email for a staff member, just make sure that all your emails are really simple, straightforward, and easy to set up. If you've got somebody like Stephen, you have to make sure that the spelling obviously is correct, because you've got Stephen and you've got Steven. Maybe it's an idea to actually, what I would do actually in this case is I would actually create the real version, which says Stephen, Steven, and then the one with the PH, I would redirect, create a redirect, as they call it, an email redirect or forwarder, and I would forward any emails that may go to him by mistake. In case somebody types in the alternative version, just keep that in mind, because there's lots of names out there with alternative spellings, like Lindsay, for example, is a common one as well. So description for this would be, I'm just going to call it for now, new email, or you could call it my biz email. And likewise with that, we've put the business name here, and we've also got your name in here as well. Your name insert. So in my case, I would be putting Gregory Cooper in there, and the business name, let's just call it for quickness sake, Fizz. So you would have Fizz and Gregory Cooper, and that's how it comes through when you send an email to the person. It comes up on their mailbox and says, Fizz, Gregory Cooper, boom, that's the guy I was waiting on an email from. You know, that kind of thing. That's what's commonly will work and happen. Right, now it's set up, okay. I can come out of there, and I can actually come in. See it here over on the left-hand side? That is it. You can see it's actually there already waiting on us. Okay, and up here there's already been an email has come in. All right, but I'm not going to actually look at that. What we're going to do is we've set the email up on the desktop computer or the laptop. What we want to do is we want to jump across and maybe set it up on the smartphone. It's as simple as just popping the details in again. Boom. 2 minutes later, it's up and running for you. Next up, we want to address the webmail. Sorry, webmail is basically where you can go anywhere on the internet. You could be in in the olden days, say the olden days, we used to go to an internet cafe, for example. You used to, as long as you were in that hotel foyer or an internet cafe, as long as you could get a device that had internet on it and a web browser, you just went to the address, typed in your email and password, and you were in. Very, very similar scenario here. If you were at a family member's house or a friend's and you said, look, I need to actually jump on and check my email, the likelihood is not going to be the case, because you'll more than likely have it set up on your phone, you know what I mean? But if you ever needed to do it, here's how we do it. Webmail. Okay, it's a good backup for the purposes of if you've got your laptop and maybe you spill a coffee over it. I hope you don't, but if that was to happen and it was fried, maybe you're waiting for a replacement computer, or maybe it's away getting repaired. Well, all is not lost. We can still get you access to your emails until the device comes back, and that's what we do here. So we jump across, we click this button here, or we memorize the URL stackmail.com. You'll see it up here at the top, stackmail.com. You type in the email in question and the password. So email address, password, boom. We're in. Okay. Now, it was a good idea to actually save the password so you know the next time you come, you don't have to keep typing it in. If you don't want to do that, that's fine, but I know I'm a great man for clicking on the save. It just saves me a lot of time in the future. It's saved there. I know it's safe in my Google account, so happy days. All right, so now that we're in, it's a very similar setup in a lot of ways to what you've seen on the Mac Mail version, because they're real time, they're like for like. What you see here is what you see over here. So you can see the email up here, and back here you can see the email up here. All right, now, if I was, just for an example, if I was to go and send an email, say from here, and I'll call it test 123, and then I'm going to send it to sample at fizz.scott. So just testing, right? Let's do it. That's away from my other email account, and that will come through here in a second whenever we do a refresh. So there it's through. But if we jump over here now, okay, why is it not there? Well, it's simply not here because we need to do a wee quick refresh. Once we do that, email will come in. So it's refreshing just now, and there it's in. Okay, so it is like for like. Now give it a few seconds here and there, because obviously it has to go up to the server in the sky, let's say, because remember, it is cloud-based hosting that we've got. So it has to go up to the sky and it has to come back down again. And we do that by syncing our devices, whether it's your smartphone, your computer, laptop, desktop device. You have to sync it by having the refresh or the check for email button working. Okay, now we can click in and see what that's all about. Double click it. And there's the email sitting, showing you exactly what I did, just testing. And it's from Gregory Cooper, Fizz Designs and SEO. So you can see how I put my name in. I put my name first and then the business name second. And there's my email address as well showing up so that people know who I am when I send them an email. They will not get confused and they'll remember, yes, that's that guy I was talking to about the websites. There you go, he's getting in touch now. Okay, let's jump back to the mailbox. Now, I want to show you just over on the left-hand side, because this bit's important. Over on the left-hand side, we've got all of these different folders. Now, these folders, let me just show you mine on the, see here on the left. So as you can see, I've got all my blah, 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 blah. But then I've got a bunch of ones here. I've got purchases, for example. Purchases, this is all my invoices, everything that I buy for as the business is run. I make sure that I put it into the years. There's all the different year groups that I've got stored on this. And that just means that when an invoice comes in, like for example this one, I can click on that and I can actually pull it down and actually set it in to that mailbox. Now in this case, I'm going to look for down the page a bit till we find my business email. So here's this one here. This is the one. Now, this is the new email that we've just set up, because you can see there's Fizz Designs, HMRC, insurance, leads and inquiries, new customers, supplier 123, vehicle stuff, and website. I'm going to add a new one actually across in Webmail just to show you it happen. If you're in Webmail, what you want to do is you want to go to settings. You want to go to folders, just there, and you want to come across here to the bit where it says create at the top. And then a wee box is going to come up over here on the right hand side. Yes, it does. And we're going to type in, let's say, supplier. Put supplier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably just 4 actually, because we've already done supplier 4. That easy. And we save it. Now supplier 4 is going to come over here and come into the line. But what we want to do is make sure, because I've just told you it is real time, it's happening, it's on the server, but when we go to the actual Mac, we'll see that there's no supplier 4 here, right? But if we go and we do a wee refresh on the mailbox, supplier 4 has now come in here. And you can actually see, if you come into the Mac, you can see there's a wee plus button. You can actually set up by selecting your mailbox there, which is my biz email. That's what I've called it. You can set up a test one. Now let's call this test one test video 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's us doing it in the reverse order. We're doing it on the computer now, going across the other way. So when I go back to here, you can see that it's not there until we would do a wee refresh on the folders. So as soon as we do a wee refresh, you'll see now that test video 1, 2, 3 has come in here. And if you ever want to turn off a folder, you can come into the webmail and just go, look, I don't want online accounts to be seen anymore. And it basically turns it off. Alrighty, so that is webmail. Listen, there's lots of other wee things in here if you want it to go into the likes of identities. That'll come over here on the right. Everything generally comes on the right hand side. So what you need to do is click your profile here, and you'll see that I've already kind of filled it in. Your name goes here, the email address, the company name, and down in here you can even put a signature if you want to put a signature in with your details. Type in all the information. However, I do feel that when you're doing signatures, if you want to get one, like for example, the Fizz Designs, like go to Gregory. See the way we've got a signature here? That's me setting in my logo, etc. Listen, that can be done by going to the signature details within the actual setup as well. And you can do that by going to mail and preferences, and then over to signatures. And then in here, you'll see all the different ones that I've set up over a period of time. And at that point, it's just the matter of, typing it in. Typing whatever it is that you want to say in there, and you can see the kind of styling that I've got. I like to put many thanks because you're being nice. You've got the name, you've got the web design, that's kind of explaining what it is that I do. The logo, because that's the brand, important. Contact telephone numbers, look, important URLs as well, very important. So look, that's it. All in all, that's it. Signatures. Let's recap what we've done here. We've basically talked about where to go, fizzdesigns.co.uk, of course, but where to go to get your STACKMAIL information. It's fizzdesigns.co.uk/STACKMAIL. That'll give you all your settings, etc., that you need to get it set up. Again, there's another link to STACKMAIL. You'll not get lost when it comes to finding your webmail service. We've talked about your webmail service. We'll jump back to your inbox. If you want to send an email in here, it's simply compose. Everything's around. It's so easy to use. It's unreal. And of course, we've talked about how to set it up on MacMail or on your computer itself. We've done that very easily. I've shown you how that happens. And let's just jump back into where the emails are. There's the emails that were sent in. And you can see they're testing the email services. That's normally what I send out to clients whenever I activate a mailbox for them, just making sure that it's set up and it's activated. And if you're reading this email, everything should be working fine. So that's it from me, folks. That's pretty much the demo on how to run your STACKMAIL, your IMAP email services with Fizz Designs and SEO. If you've got any problems at all, visit fizzdesigns.co.uk. Go to the contact page or get us, as always, on 0141 439 1439. No doubt you'll have got my email address and our WhatsApp. So just reach out. Any problems, any technical issues, reach out and we'll talk you through it. We'll get you set up quick and easy. I really appreciate you watching this video. I appreciate even further than that, you actually having a go at getting it set up, because that's the most important thing in business, is actually trying these wee things. A lot of people get scared when it comes to technology and trying maybe a new trick. But see, once you achieve this the first time around and you actually see how easy it is, thereafter, I mean, you've just learned a new trick. What's stopping you learning another new trick and another new trick? And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help your business online. We're here to help you educate yourself based upon what it is that we're doing. We'll educate you. We'll give you lots of our advice and information that we have, and knowledge and experience. But some of it's up to you, because if you learn that new trick, here's another one off the tick sheet. You know what I mean? You can put that down as I have achieved something new, and you can move on to the next thing. I appreciate you sticking about for the last 20 minutes. I know it can be a wee bit in depth, showing you this and that and whatever. I really do appreciate you watching it. And as always, stay cool, be safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now.